Hello and welcome to the short board on Parshas Naso. In Eretz Yisrael, they're one parsha ahead of us because Shavuos was on Shabbos in Chutz Laretz, but not in Eretz Yisrael. In Perek Vav, Pasuk Chav Hey, we have the Birchas Kohanim, the priestly blessings. And in that pasuk it says, Yo'er Hashem panav elecha v'chuneka. May Hashem illuminate His countenance towards you and show you grace. On the topic of grace, I was zocheh to meet with the Trebezhina Rav, Rabbi Yecheskel Rosenbaum, Shlita, and he shared a thought on the topic of chen, of that bracha. He says, if we go back into Bereshis, in Perek Lamed Tes, Pasuk Chaf Aleph, the pasuk talks there about after Yosef was sent to prison after the incident with the wife of Potiphar, and it says there in that pasuk that Hashem granted chen v'yitein chino be'enei sar hasofar. God granted Yosef grace in the eyes of the prison warden. The rabbis shared the question that why did Hashem grant the grace to the prison warden? Why didn't He give the chen directly to Yosef? He answered that Joseph, in fact, did receive chen directly from Hashem, but that was a spiritual chen, a chen that the warden and others like him could not appreciate. They could only understand what we would call a more physical chen, physical grace. So we often see that Hashem does give us the bracha of chen, just like the priests are offering to us. In Eretz Yisrael, you get the priestly blessing every day, unless there's no Kohanim in your minyan. But in the land of Israel, you will have the priestly blessings daily. So, I had a story that happened to me that on Yom Tov Sheni, I happened to be in Eretz Yisrael, and the place I had been davening this year did not have a Yom Tov Sheni minyan, so I was looking elsewhere. I might have had to I was in the neighborhood of Katmon, and I might have had to take a walk to Shari Chesed or Rechavia, but a friend of mine found a minyan next to the Miskav Ladach hospital, and in the yeshiva there, they had a Yom Tov Sheni minyan at 8:10 in the morning, so I was able to attend there. And after davening, I was trying to think about, I had the Yom Tov laning, and I'm missing the Naso laning. Maybe I can catch a minyan somewhere else. Where's the latest minyan I can find? So I was thinking maybe the Chabad minyan. I don't know what time they were starting, but often they start at 10 o'clock. So maybe I can catch laning there. I can get there, and if I'm still early, I can learn until they lane and just wait a little bit. As I was heading there, I was passing the Shtibloch, which is the minyan factory in the neighborhood, and I decided to go and check just to see maybe there's still some minyan going in. As I walked in the building, the first door on the left, the first minyan, I heard the blessings of the Torah, Baruch Hu es Hashem Barach, and then it said, Vaydaber Hashem Moshe Lemor Naso. I'd literally walked in the door to hear the beginning of Parshas Naso. I didn't have to wait at all, and 23 minutes later, I was done, and I had heard my Yom Tov laning and the laning of Naso, so I didn't miss out. So what we have to do is we have to look around, that Hashem grants us the different chen all the time. We just have to look for it. Whether it's finding the parking spot right in front of the building that we're trying to reach just as someone else is leaving out. If we have to look for it and recognize that Hashem gives us hashgacha pratas, He gives us kisses from Hashem, and He gives us chen. Thank you for listening. Like, share, and subscribe. Shabbat Shalom.